Gabriel must have scratched his head at this one. He wasn't one to question his God-given missions. Sending fire and dividing seas were all in eternity's work for this angel. When God sent, Gabriel went. And when word got out that God was to become a man, Gabriel was enthused. He could envision the moment. The Messiah in a blazing chariot, the King descending on a fiery cloud, an explosion of light from which the Messiah would emerge. That's what he expected. What he never expected, however, was a slip of paper with a Nazarene name and address. God will become a baby, it read. Tell the mother to name the child Jesus and tell her not to be afraid. Gabriel was never one to question, but this time he had to wonder. God will become a baby? Gabriel remembered what baby Moses looked like. That was okay for humans, but God? The heavens can't contain him. How could a baby? Besides, have you seen what comes out of those babies? Hardly befitting for the creator of the universe. To imagine a mother burping God on her shoulder? Why? That was beyond what even an angel could imagine. And what of this name Jesus? Such a common name. There was a Jesus in every cul-de-sac. Come on, even Gabriel had more punch to it than Jesus. Call the baby Eminence or Majesty or Heaven Sent, anything but Jesus. So Gabriel scratched his head, but he had his orders. Take the message to Mary. Must be a special girl, he assumed as he traveled, but one peek told him Mary was no queen. The mother to be of God was not regal. She was a Jewish peasant who'd barely outgrown her acne and had a crush on a guy named Joe. And speaking of Joe, what does this fellow know? He's a carpenter. Look at him. Over there, sawdust in his beard and nail apron around his waist. You're telling me God is going to have dinner every night with a common laborer and a guy he'll call Dad? It was all Gabriel could do to keep from turning back. This is a peculiar idea you have, God, he must have muttered to himself. Only heaven knows how long Gabriel fluttered unseen above Mary before he took a breath and broke the news. But he did. He told her the name, the plan, and not to be afraid. And when he announced, with God nothing is impossible, he said it as much for himself as for her. For even though he couldn't answer the questions, he knew who could, and that was enough. And even though we can't answer them all, taking time to ask if you could be a good start.